What's up everybody and welcome to a BTD Battles update showcase video. You're not mistaken, this is 6.18. 4 months since the last Christmas update featuring the new map Off-Peace State and a bunch of balance changes. I don't know if I can say really a bunch, but there have been balance changes, alright. And now we're going to be met with another moderate update. Not too much, but it is small. And what this map features is a brand new map called Sprinkler and some balance changes. And that's it. With that being said, let's get into the action. Alright boys, we're on our way to get to the new map Sprinkler. And as you can see right here, kind of a moderately long track. I don't know if it's gonna be really mod pit material. But if you send a ping balloon, you can see the path is maybe quite good. There's a place here rotating so you can perfectly place an ice monkey. Maybe here, maybe there, maybe over here with big enhanced freeze. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be enough for the ice monkey to pop balloons. And apparently I have seen this map, I've tested it, and somebody said you're gonna fit 20 farms, but I'm not gonna go through the hassle of this. But yeah, pretty moderate map with both balloons coming from the same path, so you don't have to think about it. And this little bottom water thing for buccaneers and monkey subs, which I have to question. It is a small puddle, but how do you submerge a massive thing inside such a, I don't know, 5-inch long water puddle? Not sure. Anyways, this isn't just the only thing that's happened here, because we have some balance changes. Namely, as they listed in the patch notes, we have Monkey Ace, Spectre and Ground Zero have apparently swapped prices. Now Ground Zero 18,000 and Spectre 16,000, which is cool. But the big one's gonna be on the 2-0 Sharper Darts, as the Monkey Ace before that buff stated that it can pop 8 balloons each, so base Ace has 5 pierce, and without upgrade it gave 3 extra pierce. Now they buffed it so it gets 5 extra pierce instead of 3 extra pierce, which took from Operation Dartstorm, meaning ODS got way less pierce than before. But now they realize this change has been way too powerful, especially with never miss targeting, because when you have this many balloons and the darts home through everything, you're gonna expect this thing to utilize all of its pierce multi-time. If it is 10 darts per shot, it was gonna be 80 pierce total, 80 popping power. Now they've made it from +5 to +4, so each dart's gonna have 9 pierce, and the total for never miss is gonna be 72 now. I don't know if it makes sense, but I hope it did. Next one, Ice Monkey. The ice shards have been really notorious. First, they made the Ice Monkey. If you don't remember, they made its pierce from infinite to 150, and then they increased it from 150 to 300 for ice shards. But seeing how ice shards interact really well with the likes of Monkey Fort, Pop Boost, or Call to Arms, the pierce of the shards was affected by, say, those by Monkey Fort, Pop Boost, and as long as you pop that balloon, you're gonna get a big domino. Okay, I don't think this is really accurate, but if you were to say pop these and get a big effect, you're gonna get a lot more effect from the villages, as the base ice shards pierce is 1, and with Monkey Fort it's gonna be 2. With Call to Arms, it's going to be 4. And if you couple that with Pop Boost on top of it, because why would you use Pop Boost unless it's a random trio, it's going to be 4 pierce per shard. And you think it's not a lot, but it is a lot when you have Crowd Balloons. So they gave it the Hydro Rocket Pots treatment. And I would say fixed treatment, where Ice Shards no longer gains pierce buffs from Monkey Fort and Call to Arms. Meaning the Shards pierce is going to stay at 1 all the time. Next up on the list, as they described it, Dartling Gunner. Dartling Gunner, faster barrel spin from 1200 to 1100 cash. Which it is okay, because spamming lots of 1-1 Dartling Gunners proved to be very efficient for Dartling users, especially on Dreadbloom Cave, so to speak. And they thought that making faster barrel spin cheaper means less reliant on one on 1-1 Darling on spam. I'm not really too certain about this because I am no longer playing on arenas for benefits. I've been switching from modding for a long time. But another big one is they fixed the balloon area denial system. And by that I mean hydrocket pods is this strong despite being weak here. Hydrocket pods radius was how to say 60 range instead of 50. So basically hydrocket pods was the same level as a bomb shooter. If you notice the bomb shooter blast radius on let's say bigger bombs maybe, you see that the radius is big. That's on the hydrocket pods. However, balloon area denial system nerfed the rockets to be less effective, less radius and less pierce per rocket. Now they've made it equal to hydrocket pods. However, I don't think they've changed much with the visuals. I might expect them to do so in the future because if you notice, I'm gonna compare both Darling Gunners right now and send a BFB. You see the main rocket is small, but when you go to the big hot rocket, you see the explosion is big. That's just a visual bug. But in truth, balloon area denial system has been fixed except for a visual bug, which I expect them to fix in the next update. Maybe minor, maybe major, I'm not sure. But moving on, the Helipilot. By the way, I didn't tell you, but the patch notes when the update came out about 6 hours ago from the time of recording this, the patch notes have been scuffed because for some reason, Helipilot stated that X4 Chinook had the freaking misdirection ability with the buffs from the previous update with the Cobra. But now they've updated the patch notes to be more present and even did an official post about it. And from what I've seen, is that Helipilot now should follow this rule. Razor rotors from 1600 cash is now 1500 cash. It's gonna be much more efficient to get Apache Dart Ship. Speaking of Apache Dart Ship, they made it so the machine gun, they changed the machine gun. If you remember, the aircraft carrier had similar problem where the planes had this forward firing thing and shot really fast and did 1 damage. They changed it so the forward firing guns from the Buccaneer aircraft carrier were shooting twice as slow, but did twice the damage, so it could pop 2 layers of bloom per dart. Now they've done the same to the Apache Dart Ship machine gun. I know the thing here says it's 1.16 seconds, which is slow, but I feel like they forgot a decimal here because the actual attack speed for the Apache Dart Ship machine gun is from 0.016 to 0.032. However, they've made the machine gun do 2 damage instead of 1. Now here comes the iffy part. And I'm gonna send a zebra, or a bunch of zebras, no, one zebra to prove it. The machine gun is stated to do 2 damage, right? But if you see here, I don't know how to say this, but if you see carefully, it's not 2 damage, it's 1 damage to normal balloons. It's 1 damage. I don't know why they didn't do that, but fine. However, if you send ceramics, I don't know how well I can describe it, but this change makes the machine gun do 2 damage to ceramics instead of 1. And here comes the tricky part, because I feel like I've seen a video about the battles bugs made by someone named Coney. I think I'm gonna link all that in the description just so you can see. But if you use damage boost or camo shred, and if you send a camo ceramic for camo shred or normal balloons with for damage boost, this effect's gonna make it so the machine gun, instead of 1 damage to normal balloons and 2 damage to ceramics and Moab class balloons, it's gonna do 3 damage overall. Which by the way, of course, is gonna be another bug from their part. So Ninja Kiwi, please fix the balloon area denial system visual and fix the Apache Dart Ship thing, unless you want it to be intended to do 1 damage to normal Bloons and 2 damage to 1 class Bloons. I feel like we need an explanation for this because the world's gonna be in shock when they see the Apache Dart Ship's gonna be terrible cleaning up against the ceramics and below. Now, I mentioned Cobra before, and Cobra got a buff. So when you buy Misdirection, you're gonna get an initial cooldown. First, it was I think it was instant. No, I think at first the initial cooldown for Misdirection was 10 seconds until they nerfed it to be 20 seconds. And for this longest time, they've touched the Misdirection to now be on initial cooldown of 15 seconds instead of 20 seconds, which in turn will make for faster misdirects when it comes to BFB defense, or at least send a BFB back to your opponent. So that's pretty neat. The cooldown's still gonna vary from Bloon to Bloon, so weak Bloon's gonna be 5 seconds, some Rainbow's gonna be 15 seconds, for the BFB is gonna be the maximum minute, for 60 seconds. Now, Boomerang Monkey, on top of the switch arm capability, they made the Glaive Lord cheaper by 500, so instead of 4,500 it's now 4,000, which is pretty neat, I guess. Moving on, Tack Shooter. The Tack Sprayer buff from before has been really nice, having a 10% extra attack speed, but having it cost 600, like 20% more for a 10% attack speed was uncalled for. Because Glacier is already a nice early game tower until you get to the Whites or anything. But now they reverted the Tack Sprayer change from 600 to 500. However, it will retain the 10% extra attack speed, which will make the upgrade much better early for from early to mid game. Sorry, I was thinking about that word and it slipped through my tongue. But yeah, a revert to a nerf while keeping the buff is appreciated. Super Monkey base 1800. I mean, yeah, if you want to rush a Super Monkey for a Super Farm Village, it is okay. However, this is the big one, and I feel like most of you are gonna agree with me here. Bloon Chipper. Bloon Chipper. Again. Bloon Chipper. Bloon Chipper. Bloon Chipper. Since the Super White Funnel nerf, they've been constantly buffing it. Buffs, buffs, buffs. No stopping there. No nerfs. The Super White Funnel change was the apex of nerfs. And from then on, they constantly buffed it. And this recent buff is a killer, because they've made the 3x upgrade from dual layer blades to triple layer blades. You heard me right, triple layer blades. It can turn rainbows into pinks. And that's not all. This also carries to the Super White Funnel. And I'm not sure how that's gonna translate to Moab damage, because I feel like Moab damage is gonna be far different. But a triple layer blade Bloon Chipper in this early on. I think they made it to combat this to combat triple barrel, which is about twice as expensive, more than twice as expensive, but 3 times efficiency. For this price difference, I'm not too sure. Unless you give me a professional to write me down about why this change is gonna be interesting. By the way, with Camo Shred, you're gonna turn a Camo Rainbow into Camo. Oh, stop. Cut that out. If you use Camo Shred on a Camo Rainbow, you're gonna turn that rainbow, instead of pinks, you're gonna turn them into yellows. So that's neat. If you have a Camo Rainbow Rush and you just give them a surprise chipper, you could surprise them with a few Bloon Chippers with Camo Rainbows and give them a big GG, right? I'm not too sure. Now, the reason I made this video is, you guys know, Extra Cards mod. I've made a big update video about a month or 2 ago, and how is this going to impact the mod? To be fair, I don't think it will affect it that much, because if you look into the normal card battles, and yes, I'm gonna go do it really boldly right now. So yeah, Tack Sprayer costing 1,000 as usual. But So texture is gonna be okay. On the Boomerang Monkey side, I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, this is vanilla, and the extra cards version is gonna be much different, I feel like. Give or take, don't take me for granted, I haven't checked my mod right now. And by the time you're seeing this video, I may as well have updated the mod, so you can check the Discord, either one of the Discords down below, and download the mod, see how it feels. The mod's gonna be mostly a port update, and it's gonna be titled, and the update is gonna be titled 8.1.1, because I don't think it's fair to call 8.2 while I'm still mid-development of making said update. So for now, it's gonna be 8.1.1. I'm gonna port the balance changes over, the new map over, and we'll see how it gets from there. But things like Super Monkey, which I've changed the base cost of it from this stupid number to a reasonable number. I think that's gonna be that I'm gonna check it out further, and I think and maybe some potential card balance changes gonna be happening for 8.2. Yeah, Super Monkey Base. I'm not sure about Bloon Chipper, but because I don't think I have a Soul Triple Layer Blades Bloon Chipper. Maybe a 3/3 Bloon Chipper, but that's about it. Yeah, in terms of how it affects extra cards, it won't affect much. The balance changes will be there, and I think I'm gonna see some main topics. Of course, the Bloon Aerodynamic system. I've already fixed the main rocket problem in the mod, so they've been kind of late about it. The Apache Dart chip, I feel like I'm gonna do a hotfix myself, so that it does multi-layer damage across every balloon, not just ceramics and webs. Gold Rush fine, Tax fine, Super Monkey might be looking forward to. Maybe Spectre in Ground Zero as well. And of course I'm gonna change Sharper Darts as well, because I'm gonna be up to date with things. Feel free to test the changes on the extra cards as well if you'd like to see how it impacts the mod as well. Or if you want to see yourselves in Battle Arenas or Assault or Battles TV to see some people how they play it out, let me know, let you guys know, and we'll see how it goes from there. In the meantime, I'll leave you to it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, if you found this helpful, please leave a like below, subscribe if you don't want to miss anything I do, and until next time, peace!